Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Sorry, we pretty much skipped the entirety of the investigation. I tried to record it, and then it stopped recording for some reason, and then there was no way I could get it back because I had already progressed too far. So, we're just gonna go ahead right into the trial, and hopefully, my thing doesn't stop recording this time. My
Let's begin with if you can I'll now.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
What did that was? Doing that.
Remember to aim low.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
No, that's wrong.
No, that's not.
I told you y'all would be saying it.
Another reason
no,
you
let's
suspect
just
them
take
is
the
because
piss out of them.
Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
You know, there's a good reason to suspect all three of them. And does that mean one of them did it? Maybe. Pocket trash. I love pocket trash, don't you?
The fact that
Go
Sakura
Pocket
wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah,
Should've-
same here. I never saw her.
No, that's wrong. Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
Polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
Is she just
In
saying
that
that
case,
she-
Hiro,
You a thief.
where did you
kill him.
get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime
I have
before then.
suspicions on him. Agakura's
Really?
always been suspicious. He's going to be that one. Hero got the candy. No,
Which
Yeah.
one?
I'd say middle.
Why would he have?
No,
Oh,
it
that's
would be the
not
first
fair.
one.
I got it! I'm
I
not
got
sure
it.
about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it!
Mhm.
I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a
Oh, now
problem
you're
with
gonna
that?
tell us the truth?
Why
Uh-huh.
the sudden hostility?
But we just talked. That's all. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
Uh-huh.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Oh, here we
Okay,
go.
we
He's
should
gonna
put
try to say the
proof.
book, isn't he?
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
that's
I'm talking about her shining message. At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
no.
Okay,
Got no blood.
here's the thing. If it was Toko, why can't it be Toko?
Because Taka was in her room.
No, there's something more specific. It happens every
No,
time.
because she was genocide Jack, and she didn't really kill people with it. She only killed people with scissors. I'm pretty sure, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, but no, that's not what I'm getting at.
Oh.
It happens every time there's a murder. It happens to Toko, and then she wakes up Genocide Jack. What does she do?
She sneezes.
No, there was something else.
No.
Stitch, she did it last time, and we left her in the room.
What was it?
Oh my god. She's hemophobic. She can't stand the sight of blood. She couldn't write her name in blood if she can't stand the sight of it.
You see, I didn't know that, so that's not my fault.
Dude, she passed out in the first 2 murders. What do you mean?
I kind of forgot about that.
It was her
We left her,
Like,
we
dying
left her in the
message.
room with
Just like what
Taka,
you
who
guys
was
were talking
dead
about with Sayaka.
the last chapter. Because she passed out.
That's
Yeah,
true.
remember
I
that.
saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it.
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hero, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Yeah, because you weren't allowed in the crime scene.
Well, when we found
Ew.
Ogre's body. Duh.
But if
What?
you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Hold on. When Coke up in the mind was mine in it. The
Sorry, messaging it. It was on
the magazine show.
I got it!
I
Kyoko,
got it!
you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
Does it though?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
What?
When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Okay, so we'll probably have to absorb something. Where was it?
I can tell
What do we
you
have to absorb?
exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
This is what we have to counter. This is
And
what we have
I
to
can
counter.
tell you
but
when
we don't
I
have the
found the
proper
dying
thing for it.
message. It was only after the investigation had begun.
I said where?
found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
It wasn't
When
a
I pulled
magazine
it
show.
out,
I saw.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
God damn
I
it!
can tell you when
It was
only after the
I
found the magazine tucked away on the
when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I can tell you exactly what I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
There we go.
That's wrong.
Also, stop calling her that, or I'm gonna drop kick you.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
Can I just...
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
Did I punch him? I should have got on. Should have punched him.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
What proves she didn't?
Yeah?
There was no blood on my fingers.
I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message.
Stop calling her that!
100%, without a doubt,
Oh my
she
God.
wrote it! And this is me talking, so you know it's true!
What the fuck, Yasuhiro?
Whoa! First without a doubt, excuse me. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, here we go. Alright, I gotta
There's no
focus.
blood on our
I gotta focus.
fingers.
Show me the
Oh, you're
proof!
gonna focus on this.
I'm at least 30% right!
Yeah,
The
33,
occult is
30%. That's not a
bullcrap!
lot.
Give it a rest! I'm at least 30% right! The occult is bullcrap! The end is nigh! Show me the proof! I'm at least 30% right! The occult is bullcrap! Give it a rest! I'm at least 30% right!
Guess what?
Show me
Bitch.
the proof!
This should prove it.
First try. What? Get it, got it good.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro
yeah,
could
the
very
first hero.
well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Like,
He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
What?
Oh.
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Okay.
And that's all she said.
Why is he willingly telling
After
us this?
that,
This
we just
is
stood
the
around in
thing.
awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something. As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf. I hit her from behind, before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught, and execute. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
Did we?
Yeah.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking
exactly.
about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
All these are good options, but what do you think?
Magazine was put in is one of them.
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf.
See, I'm smart.
Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Taka.
Choco, my guy.
Taka.
Where's even
I got
going, girlfriend?
It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name
be
was
surprised.
written on it?
Oh, other people?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right?
Girl, why are you trying to avoid
Hiro
the subject?
just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
I mean, in case that Hiro isn't a real killer. Oh,
This is,
really?
as I said, this is something to do with the poison.
Yeah.
It's suicide. It's suicide with poison.
Wash your mouth.
Do you want to listen to it first to see
I
what you
didn't
need?
want to, but
Yes.
I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Do you remember what Kyoko said about that?
That there was 2 bottles hit over the head.
Well, she said she was hit
But she had
twice.
2 hits. She got hit in the back of the head twice. You just once.
After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious?
Alright, so what do we need?
Hiro really is the killer.
The status. Wouldn't it be a status of her body?
I didn't want to, but
No.
I did it. I grabbed
it's
a
Marv.
Monokuma bottle from the shelf
okay.
nearby,
Couldn't examine the thing.
and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
If Sakura
so
died from
sorry.
Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Huh? 2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
Yeah, Kyoko's
But
kind of weird about that.
I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold
And there
on.
was one
How
missing.
can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
Which one of you said it earlier?
Me. Hold on, was it me?
No, it was me.
Oh.
And you want to tell the video why? It must.
Because there's 2 missing, 2 nursing bottles, and the bag was heavier than 1 bottle alone, which means that both bottles have been shattered on the floor.
In,
But the chest piece is missing from
in
it.
simple
That's
form,
his name.
during the investigation, we used a scale from the chem lab to measure the Monokuma bottles' weights. 2 of the structurally sound Monokuma bottles were the same weight, but when we swept up the glass bottle that was behind Sakura, it was heavier than 1 Monokuma bottle. So therefore, it can only mean that there was 2 Monokuma bottles.
Although I don't know where the other chest piece is. That's the real question.
Think
I don't know.
After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
Right, yeah.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Yep, there's a chest piece in all of them. Holding. Wow. Chest piece. Chest piece. Chest piece.
Yeah.
Alright, I just spell it out.
Now I understand.
Do you?
That's it. The chess pieces.
Yes, please.
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook,
Uh-huh.
bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
Yeah,
And
there's no
the piece
king or
that was
queen.
inside the broken bottle we found was
Actually,
The
the
knight.
knight,
the-
if I
what was
remember.
that?
So, what's that matter?
I
There's a
guess you
piece
don't
missing.
know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king,
And that.
the queen, the rook,
The rook,
knight, bishop,
Bishop,
and pawn.
Yep.
What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn.
Bishop and pawn.
Just
The
those
queen's
4.
gone.
Yep.
And so is
And on the
the
ground was the knight.
Told ya.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does Chess have to do with anything?
Means somebody hit her with
yeah,
the bottle and ran away with
is
it.
way better.
You dumb bitch.
Yeah. Wait, no,
that's
that's not
not
what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case.
Yes, there is, you dumb bitch.
That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll
If
understand.
she was hit twice, where is it at?
That's the question.
It was broken.
I got
Oh
it!
yeah.
The bottle must have been broken,
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
What's the evidence, guys?
Wait. That one singular bottle was lighter than the other.
The bottle.
Oh, yeah.
I got
Yep.
it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles.
Mm-hmm.
And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is
There was two.
Because
there
it
was
was two
actually more
bottles.
than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
Mm-hmm.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside.
Died.
But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Recommended by, I guess, second. If you say the second or first one, wouldn't it?
The bottle that was
Well,
removed
Hero's
from
the
the
first
scene
attacker.
was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
Yep.
Plus,
Are
I
you sure?
just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So
Right.
I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room. Pretty
You did?
soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone
That's where the
tighten the
lock
screws
got
on his
from.
brain? I think they've come loose.
Well, okay.
So, Toko, where the heck did you
Lockers.
disappear to?
You
Oh, she
don't
could've
know
been
what
in
you're
locker.
talking about. I
Yeah,
never
'cause
went
of
in the rec
hunting.
room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
The
Hiding
locker.
in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. The locker! I had it on the locker. Do.
A new element has been added to the bullet time battles.
Let's go!
Oh.
You're making my job harder.
Of course it is.
In the game now. Halfway. Reached your halfway point. Congrats.
Woo!
Alright, here we go.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you.
Okay, good, calm down.
I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! That's enough!
This should prove it.
Mm-hmm. Locker on that? Handprint on the locker.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Yeah!
Stop wasting
calm
my
down.
time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed
did you-
Sakura!
Bruh.
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Just because Togami's
Wait.
telling her.
What do you mean, probably?
Yeah, true.
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on.
That she did tell
So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after
no
you
sh-
left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
She never said she did.
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Haha, guess who's back?
It was your fault after all!
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on.
Okay,
I was
Jill,
just
calm down.
minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle.
Okay.
Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
Oh, okay.
And
Strange.
when it was all
You
over,
hit that girl?
you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Oh!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch
Real.
a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Cause normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's... you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
Good teacher like that, and is gonna.
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
I don't think we're done yet.
Well, then you have some
What's
work for him on that one.
Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right?
There's something still
Let's do this.
unexplained. What are we missing?
The powder all over the chem lab,
And
where the bottle was moved to the A section from C, and why there was glass underneath the protein bottle.
there you go.
No, not quite
Yep.
yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd.
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it. Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
Ooh, cringe.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where
That
did
sounds
the
really bad
attack
in
take
that context.
place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
No,
Where
that's
was
wrong.
she? Where was Sakura?
We found
She was on the
Sakura
chair.
sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
Why?
Because there was blood by the magazine shelf.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
You try lifting a 6'4", like
To
200
make it look
pound.
like I did it. Because when I
Yeah,
hit
I
her,
was
she
gonna say,
was
that
sitting in the
would not
chair.
look strong enough to carry her body to the chair at all.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors.
Well,
There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
bit rude.
Then what's the deal?
Because Sakura
Well,
was
are
not
you
dead.
still convinced the case has come to an end?
Mm-hmm.
But
She was probably pissed
Plus,
off.
the biggest mystery of all,
Yeah,
the locked
sure.
room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Why didn't
No.
she do that?
Because the locker was open when we looked through the window.
Huh. So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
No,
And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
Tell him, Naegi.
mm-hmm. Get him, girlfriend. You saw it with what?
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point,
The door was
the
open.
locker was already open.
Mhm.
So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then. Where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
You got a point.
True.
You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
Okay, she
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
Yep.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
chemicals.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Yes, the chemicals, you dumb whore. Maybe it's your mother. Your Panama Can't for our account.
We'll listen and see what we need.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
So what do you think it is?
That last one.
The last one, yeah, would
What
be.
was
I mean,
it
like,
that
what,
killed
which
Ogre?
bullet?
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Oh?
Shoot!
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death.
Yeah.
In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
How?
If that's all it was,
Ow.
the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You looked?
Yeah, it was
Check
just
in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if
Okay,
it wasn't a
girl,
cut
whatever you
or
say.
anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poison?
Told you, girlfriend.
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned?
Ew.
It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Not in the rec room? And I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
That's the one that was on the A shelf.
The poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle.
Jesus.
But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C.
Wait a minute.
In
You didn't
section
find
A,
that? We did.
Dietary supplements.
Yeah,
in
for
B,
real. Why are you
reagents.
lying for?
And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
It was section A.
I got it!
I
The
got it.
poison was actually in
got it.
Section
I got
A,
it.
wasn't it?
Huh? But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
And yes, he really
Okay,
did just
boomerang.
think that.
The whole bottle just lit.
Huh? Master!
It's a two stick. Then what? Was calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
What's in that bottle?
The protein powder.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
It's protein powder.
Mm-hmm.
See, you could definitely taste the difference because even though most protein powder is flavored, even if it's not, it's got a certain, like, texture to it.
Yeah.
Like,
I was gonna say.
I have 3 different things. I have creatine powder for people who have ADHD because most creatine doesn't work on them. I have protein powder, which is made of whey. And I have a starch powder that you can put into food to help you eat more carbs. They all have different textures.
Yeah.
The ADHD powder kind of tastes like, or kind of, it's got the texture of like the stuff they put on gummy worms, the sugar crystals.
Yeah.
Whey is more, the whey protein is kind of like really soft. It's kind of like if you were to eat a whole spoon of Nesquik.
Yeah.
And the starch powder kind of just looks and tastes and feels like potatoes.
Yeah.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
It went into the bottle. That was Sakura drank. Not drunk. Fuck, drank.
Where was the poison?
In that little bottle on the floor.
More specifically.
Protein drink.
Now I understand. The poison must have been poured into the protein can.
Mm-hmm.
If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
The protein drink.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for
Bro,
all
did you
kinds of
not?
aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real?
Oh.
Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Footprints.
Oh yeah, the footprints. But also there's a bottle on the floor that was knocked off the selfie printing.
That's the footprints.
Shoot!
Yeah, I was right. It was footprints.
It was either the footprints or the bottle on the floor. Yeah, the powder spread everywhere.
I got it!
I got it.
Footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Girl, what were you laughing?
Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected.
Did you, though?
The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it.
Did you, though?
And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Hina.
I got it!
What else do you?
Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began.
Mm.
You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us.
Yeah, of course.
I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really... kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
You know, there's a piece of evidence that tells us Hina's lying. What evidence is it?
There was a bottle smashed from the floor.
No. Well, yes and no. Something to do with
There
the
was just
bottle. But
well,
also
there's just
not.
glass underneath the protein bottle. But I don't think that's maybe part of it, but I feel like it could be at the same time.
No, and Pat. There's something on Sakura that proves Awie's a liar.
Oh, the powder on her foot.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter
Bitch
here.
ass up.
What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
Press X to doubt.
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
Speak.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Is there...
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
Does that seem right to y'all?
No.
Why not? Just your theories. It doesn't have to be.
Because she said she dropped the bottle and she then replaced it, but she didn't say that she grabbed a new bottle to change it to, which is
Also,
weird.
If she would have got it from shelf C, wouldn't there have been footprints in front of shelf C also?
Oh yeah, exactly.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison, then moved to Section A to get the protein, right?
Where are the footprints?
Meaning you went from Section C
Only in front
to
of A.
Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
Can
What's
you
that
repeat
drawing?
that
It's so
series of
perfect.
events
It was
one more
the
time?
defo.
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
This train really got that messy.
Footprint in the powder. That's our bullet.
First I went to Section C.
Uh-huh.
That's when I grabbed the poison.
Yeah.
And
That
you
one.
spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Well,
Yeah.
she filled the whole fucking
When I
bottle,
grabbed
but you
the
know.
bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section...
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, no, it's good.
You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein.
Mm.
But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
If she dropped it while she was standing in front of Section C, what would happen?
There would have been powder on her feet and footprint.
No,
that's
that
true.
can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
Yeah, she also said that she didn't realize she left footprints.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
When you hear her reasoning,
Well-
it's actually really sad.
You lied to us.
No.
Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
So I will tell you this.
I'm guessing Sakura asked her to grab her the poison, and she made an acid the poisonous.
No, those
That's
are
the-
definitely
that's-
Hina's footprints.
No, like she told Hina to go get the protein powder from the thing
Well,
because she knew there was poison in it.
see.
Gets a
What the?
Even Togami
What the
shook.
hell? What's going on here?
He doesn't like not knowing what's
And
going
the
on.
footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Oh, but there is.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Yes.
Did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
a piece of glass.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder.
You almost hit glass, Togami.
I couldn't have solved
Yeah.
the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
That bottle was there beforehand, and it was just locked out. The rec room window.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
Yeah, see, it has chemical age on it. That's what I was talking about.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
How did it?
What's so strange about that?
A lot, girl.
What's strange
Are you
is that,
exactly right?
according to what Hina told us,
Where was it when he broke the window?
On the
In
floor.
in the rec room locker.
Based on what Hina told us.
Section A of the shelf.
I got it!
Oh.
The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality,
Oh, yeah.
that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room.
Oh, did
It was
Sakura
there at
poison
least until
herself
the
and
window
then
got
she put it
broken.
back to make it
In
seem
other
like she
words,
killed the
when the
time.
locked room was unlocked.
Oh.
Hina's footprints weren't there to take it out. He was there to put it back.
That's what I just said.
There's no other way to
Oh,
explain the
they
presence of
didn't hear-
that glass
I
in
couldn't
that
hear
bottle.
you, so it was a video. Couldn't
Oh
hear you.
yeah, I said that she put
And
it back
then,
to make it
once
seem
the
like
room was
Sakura
opened,
didn't try and kill
The
herself.
bottle
when in
somehow
fact she
got
did kill
moved
herself.
back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Huckabee, shut up.
Yeah, for real.
Not
Shut
at
the
all.
fuck up, then.
Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How
Wait,
can
are we
you
supposed
know
to-
what I don't know?
He doesn't like being the last one to know things. And how do we know it was placed there after?
Because the glass is underneath the bottle.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible! It had to have been in there the whole time! It had to be! It was in there before—
No, that's wrong.
No, it's wrong.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course! It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it—
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched. And as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
Nope.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely.
Yep.
She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a
Yeah,
ridiculous
people be
fiction
crazy.
is—
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we
I
get
think
to
it's the
that,
first time I've fucking
we
had him
need
say
to
the word please.
clarify one other thing.
It is.
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
Bro,
What do you think, Makoto?
Sakura.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
Well, yeah.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary,
Oh, I mean.
we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
What's the evidence?
The
The
bottle.
bottle on the floor that was smashed.
No.
Right? Nope.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong!
There's a
I'm
glass in
telling
the
you,
bottle.
I did it!
Yeah.
Stop talking! You're a liar! You're wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof, Sakura?
This should prove it.
I'm sorry, Aoi.
Uh,
I feel kind of bad. Because
Hina,
I know what she's
did you
doing.
know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did.
mm-hmm.
The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
Did you see those tears in her eyes?
The Sakura. Yep. Can we pick the dead body? Yeah.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either.
Okay, girl. Okay,
Or
calm down.
rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Sakura was the one that to create the locker room.
I
You want
got
to
it!
be crit, yeah.
The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything. And Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were. You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room... While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly,
Damn, girl.
I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence. And yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is! Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Then it was. Yeah. And then it was the bottle to the head. I think. And then it was. He went running. Took his arm and put the book back on the shelf. The book upside down.
Probably would be the book upside down, yeah. Oh, she went out of the thing. Could be the one of her going out of the doctor.
And then it was another bottle. And it was... Yes.
Here's exactly what happened. This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were
sorry, I
Hiro,
love that art of
Toko, and
Totally.
Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura. And she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened, knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina. That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Simple. I'm better than you, bitch.
Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated.
Oh yeah, because he didn't
That's
calculate
what you
the
don't
feelings that were
understand.
involved.
And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Meanwhile, you don't have feelings. There you go.
Hey, 99 coins.
Okay, okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can
Well.
feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever
I mean,
and
what's he
cast
gonna do?
So,
She's already dead.
who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right? What's it gonna be? Okay. My entire existence!
What did you say? Come on.
Are you ready to
What
figure
did
out
you
why?
think was what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said,
It's good
you
when
might
you
cry,
cry.
because it made me cry the first time.
What are you thinking?
And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
What is this?
That's exactly what I wanted.
What?
I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her.
Yeah, true,
So
true,
that's
true.
why.
You
I
should
couldn't
have
let
been
her
the
be
one
the
to
only
die.
one that died.
What?
Yes,
Yeah, I mean,
she
you're gonna
was.
take us with you? Yeah, she was, girl.
I don't blame her.
For real, I would do the same thing. Not to pay for it. Well,
What?
What is
You
this?
don't understand? Then let me explain. You realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate, so instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
that's
I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note.
this side note.
Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't
my
forgive
closest
this!
friend got hurt. Sakura,
I-
because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them.
Damn.
Yeah, don't you see how dangerous that is?
Mm.
Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? So don't do it. If they all gang up on you once, even you...
Hina,
Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
they're
They're
friends.
Sakura. She clearly believed, she completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood she was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. That was just a misunderstanding.
what are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't
You have any
forgive
idea
you.
how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina,
You're right here, I'll help you out.
Hina,
Huh?
I...
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
Favor?
Some protein.
You got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. Went to the chem lab to get the protein she asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized I saw someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late.
Please! Why? Why?
She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it.
Hina.
We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner, and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. I'm not saying I blame her.
Yeah, for real. I would do the same thing.
Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out in the end. I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Do you think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you just say? You just said it's nothing but your own interpretation, right? Your own opinion of what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking. Because her and me and... You gonna say it? You gonna admit it?
You gonna say it? You gonna say it?
In other words,
I'm really trying to say it.
yes, indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
Yeah.
What? But you already.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me.
It's true.
This is the one that Sakura just Hina put in her room.
Huh?
What? You lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now, well now, well now,
I
well
didn't know
now.
if you took my little scribbles at face value. I didn't even have Sakura's signature on it.
You filthy little.
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything.
Boom, boom.
Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around.
Phew.
Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys.
Shing.
What's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene cut.
And?
So, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angel, harmonic, and narrator voice.
Hey, hey.
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
It's just so unfortunate. Killing yourself was just so final, you know? You never hear the rest of their story. The truth, lost in darkness. Give me the willies.
Enough already.
You can have one,
Jesus,
please.
die.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, talk about the buzzkill. Okay, here we go.
Well, my good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do you like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in the strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. What neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incidents involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart. The mistake was succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel.
So that's why Sakura.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you. Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with me just accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that they would eventually escalate to someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control, and to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I told.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my own life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Now do you see why it's a tearjerker? Die hating us.
No way!
She wanted us to stop fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. She sacrificed so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the clash trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Togami, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I have to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll
I
see.
never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
What are you gonna do? Uh-oh. Too bad.
What do you mean the next victim nobody blames anyone?
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a
Say
waste.
what?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight.
Well,
It's all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either.
Ooh.
whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one who we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What? What do you want?
heck? This is not how this is supposed to
How
go.
strange.
Anyway, are you sure about that? The skilling game is a competition between all of you.
Hey!
Your enemies each other. Togami, you shut the fuck up.
For real, like, no one cares about your opinion, man.
This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I'm bowing out of the game. Oh!
What?
Shit! Bet you didn't expect
Kill
that
him.
one.
Kill him. Kill him. Kill him.
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear that the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me
There's no
repeat
point in
myself.
participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What?
Now I only have one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear
That is
now.
to heap that harshest possible punishment on the one who thinks they can control me. Yeah, you tell him, Togami.
Yeah, you get him, girl, I guess. Does that mean...
Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking.
Whatever that's the guy's a hype guy, and if the last one turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch him. Fire! Everyone. Hey.
Well, now that you can say Sakura's death has no meaning. How boring. Nothing good can come of this. So gonna be the only one, the one having fun.
What the heck?
Take it off, take it for nothing, backstabber. Get on back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
What?
Wait, but hey, it was so okay. She's dead, yeah. Sure. You're not gonna...
But...
Is it me?
Wrong.
No, just because the Blacken is dead doesn't mean I can sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bare times one rule.
Listen
I
up!
spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
Yoo-hoo!
For my special punishment, I prepared a... Oh no. I remember what's
God.
coming. Oh no! No!
A
Let's
special
give
guest.
it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
You're not gonna like this.
It's time to see.
No.
Alter
Not the
ego.
AI, is it?
It is.
Oh, good.
And we'll never know what alter ego found.
Mm.
Damn.
Yeah.
Alter ego's not Monokuma.
Yeah. You.
Oh no!
Phew!
Bruh.
But still, I'm gonna do my best.
I'm sure because of words raced in my... I don't know. Oh, God, who cares? Money boiling over. It bubbled through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend. How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with the basketball?
Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. And you killed him.
Is that what you call aminism? Where dwells within all things? Even like laptops? Well, you could call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. I was trying to find out things all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So you finally noticed him.
Actually...
Honey? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. Why didn't you hear I was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start.
What?
What are you thinking?
When you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in the laptop. It was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Maybe like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey.
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just a little too personal. So I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I think he wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed.
Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better.
Very
Dancing a meaningless death is so
nice.
soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower.
No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who died by the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, well, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that,
Uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Still a bit more left to Sakura's note.
Huh?
Hello.
One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it would act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school.
What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Whoopsie daisy, that was a close one, another word, and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today.
What?
You guys?
It's to get back at you for hardening your resolve. I could have roled any grease smells have it.
Huh?
Too bad.
Sucks for you, loser.
What?
Wah-wah?
There's the last line in the note. Let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it.
Oh, Jesus.
What a stubborn loser, huh?
She won't let down die, she'll fight you.
Whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Best tries to get some rest, Maybe it takes time to reconsider how approach the school life was. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard.
Those words were part. What was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. They did something to us. Yes. It has to do with those pictures.
Right.
What do you think it is? Remember, when we first woke up here, we said we didn't know each other. But those pictures obviously prove otherwise, right? So what did they do to us?
Do you think it, God, no, I'm trying to fucking remember the words for this now. Like, he put us in an alternate reality where we don't know each other, and then in the other reality, we somehow know each other. I don't know, man, I'm trying to figure this out.
You are way overcomplicating that.
I know. Leave me alone, man.
We were kidnapped. That's what it is.
No,
Girl, I'll kidnap you in a minute.
we are not kidnapped. There's a really
Poison?
simple explanation. Don't.
They just, like... I was gonna say, did you just use Photoshop or some shit?
No. The pictures are real.
Okay.
Don't overthink it. Just a simple explanation. If we obviously knew each other before, and we don't now.
He erased our memories?
There you go.
It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
Hey,
Answer me, what did you do to my body?
I'm trying to our bodies. What do they say the Mastermind did? What did the Mastermind do to us? I mean, did the Mastermind plan a bomb in us or something? And if we try to send it goes off. and a bomb exploded.
We're not doing some Suicide Squad shit here, okay?
No. But the thing is, if you did erase our memories, how did Sakaya remember us from from
It could have been a
middle
pick
school or
and
whatever it is?
or she could have been lying.
True. But how did he also remember her?
Pick and choose
That's
memories,
also-
maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. No, for just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo. But,
Yes.
He must be so feeling responsible.
Bow back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I never would have lost to that kind of challenge. Sure, like you didn't just
That's
now.
the most.
Talk about Kyoko Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
How many times do you plan to apologize about? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached the point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Huh? That wasn't normal, right? Did you just turn
No,
his
no, no,
flag?
no!
Oh my
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh?
What are you talking about? That is absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Oh,
What the heck?
that's right, I called you a sleazeball, because you are. Sleazeball.
I see.
You still have a dash.
Ah.
Oh, more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You make me jealous. I want the abusive give and take me. I mean, me. I guess it's not so easy for them to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. That was fucking weird. It's just like getting to the end. We returned to the world of
Stop.
Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms before a long night snuck up on us.
That's such soon the door. Okay then.
I can hear a voice. Oh god. Wake up. Huh? We're allied. Oh god.
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So
Wait, what?
Why is she in your room? The fuck?
How did she get in here?
Break in
true.
from one of
I'm here to wake you up. Wait. It's unlocked. You're unbelievably careless.
Hey,
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised.
What time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock in the morning.
3 a.m. Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor.
What's your favor?
Remember
So,
what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to lay down and die. We'll fight. I want to find out what she meant by that.
Okay, but how'd you plan on doing that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered, "You're a fat bitch."
The data center on the 4th floor.
goodbye.
I'll meet you there.
Ooh.
Kiki. With another word, she was gone. What the? Her words were through a half day's head, the data center. But I thought it was locked.
Remember what I said about the doors? I said you couldn't bust them down. I never said
Yeah, you can
couldn't
pick the lock.
with them.
There are those and headed to the. Okay, what was the ones that Kyoko's not here? That's weird. She said she'd meet me. Maybe she's inside already. I didn't open it. Try again, but rather. Must be locked.
What's this? Damn it! Unbelievable.
You and I get tired. Stop being weird and go back to bed.
Just a second.
It's okay.
You guys?
It's true. Hey,
What?
shall we go?
Boom, boom.
Get out of here. Shoo, shoo.
So we left and went back to our rooms.
Goodbye.
And then... Hold on. Listen, what was all that about just now? Showed me up and made me go to bed to say it was having to be locked. And she showed it late without leaving me a single thing. What was the point of all that? Figured it could be the end of our conversation,
Goodbye.
just like that, but always. Sure. Then that was over, okay.
Monokuma hides in the data center.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Oh.
What?
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair.
Ah.
Watch out for her.
More like Ultimus just there.
Who could Nicorette Ikusabu be?
Do you remember
We'll find out.
what I...
Oh, I remember what you told me.
You do? Good. Good.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Wasn't here, I don't think.
No, you were asleep. You passed
Yeah,
the
you,
fuck
you
out.
were asleep.
Well, I have passing out issues, not my fault.
So, without giving spoilers to the video, Viper, if what I told you is true, then where is the real one?
What?
It's a good question, isn't it?
I guess we'll find out.
I guess we will. All right, everyone. Thank
Mukuro
you.
Ikusaba.
Thank you, Kyoko, for that. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you haven't already to be notified when I upload. You guys have anything you'd like to say before we go?
Just that my head hurts.
Never trust a bear, bitch.
Yeah.
Never trust.
Otherwise, you're utter just this bear.
Oh my god. All right, that's it. This is over. I'm done. No, we're done. Bye. Bye.